Hey, good morning, everybody. How y'all doing today? It's Will Gatlin, the Gat T Man. Come out here to talk to you for a minute to talk to you about just diseases and how to avoid, just getting sick every day. So that's what we do at the Gat T Company. We get here trying to talk to people how to age gracefully. Give you a couple of resources. I'm out at that flea market in Alsop, Illinois, every Saturday and every Sunday talking about stress, gas, bloating, and old food that sits on your stomach. So I have a lot of people talking about I got to take medication to use the bathroom every day. I got a lot of people talking about I got congestive heart failure. I got a lot of people talking about I got achy bones. Yeah, I feel me trying to get to my knee part, but I was congestive heart failure comes first because most of all diseases start with inflammation. And my message to you today is to grab you, let you hear about stress, what stress does. And I'm going to give it to you in 5 minutes. Here we go. This is how I sound at the flea market. Hey, man, let me tell you something, man. They're building dialysis clinics in our neighborhood. And they're building these places because they're a detoxification company. And a detoxification company, they're going to put somebody in it if they're building them in your neighborhood. So if they have a dialysis place in your neighborhood, you remember this. That's for people who retain inflammation, okay? People who retain inflammation gets poor circulation. And you get the inflammation, they call it water on your body. But I tell people, I try to challenge people. I say, hey, when the doctor tell you retaining inflammation, ask them, where is it coming from, doctor? Because you don't drink that much water. Now, if you don't drink that much water and you retain an inflammation on your body, you got big old arms, and big old round face, and your butt's all big, and your breasts all big, and you done popped out, that's called stopped up. Okay, let's go back to the fundamentals. Your grandmother had cod liver oil, castrol, black dwarf, milk magnesia, egg slicks, 3-6 senna, mullein tea, cotton tea, visiting Father John's. What do you have? Okay, you done cut out everything that she done put in place for you because one thing she knew was that her grandmother told her to keep yourself regulated. And once you get unregulated, you get stopped up. There's only two ways to be, regulated or either stopped up. You can't be both ways, so ain't no in between. You ain't all thick and juicy and blown up and you all good, because if you were all good, you wouldn't eat and get tired. Remember, the first sign of eating and getting tired, you should have knew you were sick. That's like putting gas in the car and it don't start. You know, the reason for putting gas in the car is to get energy. The reason for eating is to get energy. The reason for everything you do on earth is to get energy. But the only way to get energy is through fueling the source. And you fuel this source through nutrition for your body. Do you know, actually, talking about nutrition, the average kid that has been born the last 30 years probably hasn't had a meal, a whole meal, without being cooked. Because if you cook your meals every day, you have no nutrition. So that's number one. Number two, if you carry air on your body, did you know air will rot you just like it does food? If you leave your food in the air, your food will rot. If you leave your car in the air sitting without moving it, it'll rot. So I tell people, they go, why are you looking so young? Why you look the way you did 20 years ago? How come you're not aging? Because I don't keep air on my body. I'm not rotting. I'm not aging. I'm not trying to get inflammation. Because, by the way, inflammation comes from the air. Your grandmother said it's going to rain tomorrow. How you know, Granny? She said, because I can feel it in my bones. And I say, oh, Granny, you were so smart. So that means every time you open up your mouth, you swallow air. And if you swallow air, you're going to get inflammation, because in the air, you got precipitation, humidity, dew, rain, and snow, whichever you want to call it, it's all water. Now, take that to the doctor and let them know that the water's in the air. Now that you got the air and the water, there's two things I want to let you know before I let you go. You can't retain two things on a human body. You can't retain what? Air or water. You can use them, but you can't retain them. If you retain them, you will get disease. Now, I have this Gat T that I'm out at that flea market every Saturday and every single Sunday talking about gas, bloating, old food that sits on your stomach. Watch. The only way you get this off is the same way the animals get it off. The monkey, the dog, the horse, and the baby. Burp that gas off your digestive system. Peace, love, and happiness. Talk to y'all later. Have a great day. Just wanted to give you a quick message for the healthy way